Hey guys, I'm Daisho and I'm here with another arena run. And today we're going to be going for Rexar. I haven't done much of huntering. And I do like Rexar, but I don't know. I guess I'm not a huge fan of him. Alright, so a couple of choices here. There's the Eaglehorn Bow or Sunwalker. Mana Annex is not really a decision here. And this is a tough one. I do like equipment, and this is it's kind of like an average one. It's not incredible, but I mean the 3 attack on it is pretty good. The 2 durability is pretty bad, but if I can get a secret reveal, then it would be a 3/3 for 3, then that would kind of be incredible. I'm probably just going to go for it, just because there's also more upside in finding things like Dread Corsair or Bloodsail Raider later, after taking an Eaglehorn Bow is pretty relevant. Sunwalker is just a good card in general, but there's a lot of things that stop it. I mean, it's very weak to silence, mind control, even polymorph for hex, so there's a lot of things that make Sunwalker not a good investment for 6 mana, but I think that the 3 mana for the Eaglehorn Bow will end up being worth it for me. So I'm going to go with that as my first pick. I don't know why this thing is not a beast. That's ridiculous. It's like a wolf animal dude with a sword. I don't know, I guess it's a werewolf, not just like a tiger or something like that. Anyway, I'm going to go with a fairy dragon. The more I've been playing, the more I've been understanding how important board control is, and one of the best ways to get board control is to, if you're on the draw, ramp into it, or just play a turn 2 3/2 and then take over the board from there. Start killing their creatures as they play them, and then add to the board yourself. There was a time where, if given the decision between Fairy Dragon and Lord of the Arena, I would say Fairy Dragon not close. I mean, sorry, I just ruined my entire point. I was building up to it, but I would say Lord of the Arena not close. But now I think I'm definitely leaning towards Fairy Dragon. I really like this card. It's one of the best 2-drops in the game. I think Anami Berserker is my other favorite common 2-drop. Anyway, there's also Young Dragonhawk, which is a beast, which could be really relevant, but I think I'm going to go with the Fairy Dragon here. Okay, so there's a couple of, there's 3 cards here that are all pretty decent. The more I've been playing the Stormpike Commando, the more I like it. I mean, just the fact that he's a good way to add to your board while taking away from their board, and then Arcane Shot is just a decent way to get some tempo back if you can just use your 1 mana spell to get rid of their 2 and then still develop your board. Then it's sort of the same thing as a Stormpike Commando. And then there's just Snipe, which is also pretty good. I'm going to go with Snipe here just because I already have an Eaglehorn Bow, and it's a good way to pick up some removal. It's sometimes hard to find removal with Hunter, but I do like all those cards. Alright, so, I mean, the effects that Flare have is, it's just like a very low floor, but not a very high ceiling. Whereas Questing Adventurer can be a really powerful card. I mean, obviously this thing is just going to cycle itself, and you might be able to get some value if you can hit a stealth or a secret, and I mean, sometimes it's relevant. But Questing Adventurer is just a threat that they have to answer really quickly, or it's going to take over the game. Alright, this is another tough decision. Tracking is okay. I mean, you can filter through your cards a little bit. Ancient Brewmaster is generally pretty good. I think we're going to go with the Abusive Sergeant. This card is just very powerful. I mean, you can play him on turn 1 if you're not playing against like a Shapeshift, Fire Blast, or whatever Valera's thing, the Rogue Dagger thing. Then it's a pretty decent thing to do on turn 1 since it'll trade with most 2-drops. And late in the game, it doesn't lose its relevance because you can often just make something trade that wouldn't have traded, that they weren't expecting to. So I like effects like that. Ooh, tough decision here. Not that tough. I mean, Animal Companion's very good. Any of the dudes that you play are gonna be overpowered. So there's the 4/4 Taunter, which normally you get a 3/3 Taunter. There is the 4/2 Charge, normally you get a 3/1 Charge, and then there's the 2/4 that has Raid Leader, and Raid Leader is a 2/2. So you always get value out of it. It just doesn't always give you what you want when you want it. And I think Kill Command, just for the removal, is going to be a little bit better here. This one's going to be Kill Command not close. I don't mind either of these cards actually, but Deadly Shot is very good. Nice to get some removal. I'm going to go with the Misdirection here. I'm not really too big of a fan of this card, to be honest, but neither of these two really really get me excited either. I mean, Crazed Alchemist is fine, and sometimes you can get some value out of its ability, but it's generally just a 2/2 for 2, which is not nearly as good as like Fairy Dragon, which has an upside and it's a 3/2. So I'm gonna go with Misdirection. Hunter's Mark is obviously okay. It's not obviously terrible, but it is terrible. Sometimes you can like make it so that you can deal with a card that you wouldn't have been able to deal with, but you're always going to be 2-for-1ing yourself, and it's just not worth it. So I'm going to take a Shield Master. I like 2 of these cards. I like Novice Engineer and I like Scarlet Crusader. Let's see, on turn 3 I don't really have any good 3-drops that I want to be playing on 3, whereas I have 2 Fairy Dragons. You know, I mean, I wouldn't mind playing this on 3, but none of the others I really want to. So I'm going to go with the Scarlet Crusader here. I like the card, and it's pretty good. Alright, so now we got a decision to make. All these cards are good. Raid Leader's ability is really powerful in the mid to late game. Bloodsail Raider is good, especially with my Eaglehorn Bow, though I only have 1 piece of equipment, and Rexar doesn't have any common ones, if I'm not mistaken. So I think I'm going to go with the Ironbeak Owl here. Just the ability, Silence is a really powerful ability, plus it is a beast, which could be really useful. So there's a Bloodvin Raptor. Unleash the Hounds is not really a concern, but Explosive Trap is just great. I mean, being able to get an Area of Effect ability that can just sweep their board is very, very nice. So more good 2-drops. I'm trying to decide if I want the first Loot Hoarder or the 3rd Fairy Dragon. It really might just be the 3rd Fairy Dragon, but just for diversity's sake, I'm going to take a Loot Hoarder. I'm not sure if one of them is significantly better than the other. I'm going to go with a Voodoo Doctor here. I don't have much doing on the top end, so that's a pretty good reason to say that I should be taking War Golem here, but I'm still going to take a Voodoo Doctor. Houndmaster, man, I mean, I wish that card was insane in this deck, but I'm going to take the Leper Gnome, I think. I mean, this deck is looking to be really aggressive. Houndmaster is exactly the kind of thing that you would want in an aggressive beast deck, but I don't have any beasts yet. Maybe I should just take it. There's a decent chance that I pick up some beasts. I'm only halfway through this draft, and at the very least it's a 4-mana 4/3. Leper Gnome is very aggressive, though, and yeah, alright, we're going to go with the Houndmaster. Kill Command number 3 or Owl number 2. I'll take the Owl just to get another beast out of this. Oh man. Amani Berserker is just one of my favorite cards. But maybe I should take the Hyena just to get a little bit of a beast sub-theme going. Or maybe not. Maybe I should just take the card that I like a lot better in Amani Berserker. This is a tough one. Alright, we're going to go with the Hyena here. We do want to pick up some beasts. I'm going to take the Savannah Highmane. I mean, whenever you play a card, you're playing against your opponent, and every single time that this card shows up, you're just like, oh, I can't believe I have to deal with that now. You know that it's a pretty decent card, so that's how I feel for Savannah Highmane. I'm going to take a second Snipe. I'm not really interested in Timberwolf in this deck. Tough one. Since I do want to add to the higher end of the curve, because you need things at the top in order to win in this game. You can't just build a completely aggressive deck. I mean, you can sometimes, but a lot of the time it's not going to be effective. I think I'm still going to take the Leper Gnome here. I keep contradicting myself, but that's okay. Mercenary is kind of exactly what I want in this deck, but Deadly Shot is also really good. Not as big of a fan of the Taurian Warrior as I thought I would be. It's kind of funny because I'm such a huge fan of Amani Berserker, which has the same stats, but just paying the 1 extra mana means that you can't ramp into it on turn 1, and it just becomes a lot worse even though it gets taunt. So yeah, the Mercenary or the Deadly Shot here. I think I'm going to go with the Mercenary to build the top end. We're just going to take another beast here. More beasts. More beasts. Flesh Eating Ghoul is pretty good too, but this is top end and a beast. And 3rd Kill Command or another beast in an Iron for Grizzly. We already have 2 Kill Commands, and if we don't have enough beasts, then Kill Command is just not very good, so I'm gonna go with that. And unfortunately, we did not get any good epics here. So we're just going to take the big game hunter, which is one that can actually do something. Take the kill command here, and then for our last card, we get a Defender of Argus, which is just sweet. Way better than Misdirection. So if I had to give this deck a rating, I don't think it's very good. It doesn't seem terrible. Like, I have actually a few 1-drops and a bunch of 2-drops. I've got a little beast sub-theme with the double hyena and 3 kill commands, as well as Houndmaster. Wish I had another Houndmaster. Or any starving buzzards. I didn't see any starving buzzards. Rexar, I think, is a lot better when you have a good beast sub-theme, or just theme. It doesn't have to necessarily be a sub-theme. I was just thinking about this earlier. I can't wait until this game is an open beta, and then the people who are playing it are new. Oh my god, this game will be so easy then. But now, like, I have to play against Anduin, and I'm sure that my opponent knows what he's doing here. Right, there's a Houndmaster. Misdirection and Kill Command don't really seem too good. Maybe Kill Command would be an okay card. I'm going to leave the Abusive Sergeant in hand, and I'm probably going to play it on... Nope, I'm going to play the Fairy Dragon on turn 1. I like ramping into my 2-drops. Ugh. Yeah, sure, that's fine. I like ramping into my 2-drops even if I don't have another 2-drop to play. Just because getting it out on the battlefield early is just so important in this game, and being able to attack into their creatures before they can attack into you. In this case, he has this 1/2, but yeah, I mean, hopefully we'll draw another 2-drop. And that's why I like to stock my deck up with 2-drops, just so that I can play 2 2-drops, one on turn 1 and one on turn 2. Oh my god, if this is going to be one of those games where my opponent's playing aggressive 1-drops and that as a priest, then I am going to be very happy. So we're just going to go ahead and kill his creature, shoot him in the face for 2, pass the turn right back. And, I mean, with the Eagle Horn Bow and 2 kill commands in hand, it's looking like we're going to be able to remove his threats. So if he is really on the aggro plan, then we'll be okay. And he's just going to heal up and then ship the turn, I presume. That works for me. So there's a Scarlet Crusader. I was going to play the Abusive Sergeant, but may as well go with the Crusader here. Maximize our mana. We don't have any beasts, so this Houndmaster is going to stay in our hand for a little bit longer. Is he really just going to heal up again? What is he doing? This is scary now. Maybe he is a... ooh, sweet. So now I can utilize my life total. It's a sweet card. Alright, I can utilize my life total a little bit here and attack into the ooze. This is just going to give me a awesome board position advantage. And now, I mean, now I'm in a position where I have 3 creatures out and he has none. So, I mean, he could do something like Holy Nova here, which is not great, but he's using a card. It looks like he has Holy Nova. He just reaches for it immediately. And I have a Scarlet Crusader that'll be left over. So, I still do have board position here, which is not terrible for me. I'm just going to play that this guy as a 4/2, hit him for 2, and he's down to 18. He can heal up, but I mean, I'm not too far behind. The Abusive Sergeant wasn't a big loss. The Fairy Dragon already did its work, and it already 1-for-1 killed his guy. Another Holy Nova. That was a bad one for me. I was not expecting the second Holy Nova. Alright, so we still have a pretty decent turn. We're not going to get any value out of the Silence, but we are going to get value out of that guy. So now I have 2 4/3s, and I can give both of them +1 next turn and still kill command something, so we should be pretty good here. Something or someone, now that I think about it. I have to be wary of the fact that he could play a Mind Control next turn. He is going to be at 8 mana. I also have my 3 damage from the Eagle Horn Bow, which is important to note. Important to note. Hard to talk sometimes. But one thing that I have to be wary of is a lot of the times when I play a little bit too fast. I don't realize when I'm making mistakes and stuff like that. Alright, so he's just going to do that, and I am going to see if I can kill him this turn. So, I can hit him for 8, 18, 21, right? This is a beast. It's going to be 8 damage. Each of these is going to be 5. Yep. So that's something that a lot of people would miss, I think. Maybe not a lot of people, but some people would miss, but it's just very important to note when you have your opponent dead. So I just did 20 damage to him on turn, and that was just because I had the board position advantage. He just had to play his creatures out. He couldn't attack his into mine, and then I was able to just do massive amounts of damage. The kill commands definitely helped out a little bit there. But yeah, game 1, we got it. So let's jump into the next one. And, well, I think that game was played pretty well. So there's a lot of the times I like to go back and think about what I could have done better, what I could have done worse, but it was a pretty short game. My opponent was playing bad cards in Mind Blast, and that thing that removes a durability, the rare 1/2. I don't understand that card. It's just so much worse than Acidic Swamp Ooze. But, alright, we're playing the Pseudo Mirror. I mean, I guess it's the mirror, but... Explosive Trap. I like Defender of Argus. I'm gonna get rid of the Explosive Trap, though. And we're on the play here. Maybe I should have thrown back the Defender of Argus. Though I still have 2 more draws to see a 2-drop. These guys, the 2-1-for-1 with an ability or an upside, it's almost always worth it to just play them on turn 1. I mean, sometimes you want to keep them around depending on what their ability is, but in this kind of situation, it's just so important to be able to get an attack in before he can. So now, I mean, I can just kill his Scavenging Hyena. I can trade my 1-drop for his 2-drop. Like, he also had to coin into it. I'm just gaining a lot of value out of that. So hopefully he was just being a stupid head and he doesn't have a 2-drop here, which would be kind of annoying for me. I'd probably just kill command it and then follow it up with Shield Master next turn, depending on the draw. Yeah, that's what it looks like. And hopefully I'll have a way to spend my mana efficiently within the next couple of turns. I probably could have played the Scavenging Hyena there. He probably would have just traded. But it's just not as mana efficient, so, I mean, it's not really that clear, but there's a good chance that come turn 6, I'm going to want to play Defender of Argus and Scavenging Hyena. I mean, I also might want to play the Lion. So. But even come turn 5, now that I think about it, I can play this Big Game Hunter as well as the Scavenging Hyena. I'm not really looking to hold this thing until I see a minion with 7 or more attack. But for now, this 3/5 Taunter looks like it's going to hold the fort down. I mean, I could also... No. 2 is an interesting converted mana cost because...
We must cleanse the Sunwell.
Oh, that's a good play. That is a good play. Okay. Because you can often just supplement with a big game shot. So, with a big game shot? A Big Game Hunter and Steady Shot. Alright, so what we're going to do here is we're going to take care of this guy. He's going to get to draw another card, but it's going to make it so that he's going to have to trade this Shattered Sun Cleric. Then again, I am going to be doing this. But playing the Hyena and the Grizzly Bear at the same time is amazing, because it means that if he does manage to... Ooh... That's an awkward one. Alright, so we're probably just gonna not play the Hyena next turn, since there's a good chance this is an Explosive Trap. With the speed... Oh. Never mind. I don't really know what to think right now. Alright, I guess I'm just gonna attack. That's such a weird play. If he didn't attack into my Grizzly, then... Alright, no complaints here. If he didn't attack into my Grizzly, then this thing would have died. I guess he rather would kill my... Yeah, I don't know about that one on his part. I guess he wanted... I mean, I guess the reason why he did that is because he wanted to kill... I don't know. It wasn't a terrible play on his part in the end. But the fact that I'm able to get this high main out is really, really good, this Lion. This is adorable, by the way. Alright, sure, you got me. The flavor behind it, it's just that the lion, like in Lion King, was killed by hyenas. Destroy a random enemy minion. Okay, so that was interesting. What we're gonna do here is go for a Defender of Argus here, and it's only whenever a friendly beast dies. But we're gonna kill the creature there just in case he has a way to pump his creature. Yeah, I mean, you could have like a Houndmaster or a Timberwolf even, or even a raid leader, just or a random animal companion that summons the 2/4. It's not a great chance, but there is a chance that if I leave that for the next turn, then he's able to kill my hyena, whereas now it's a lot less likely. And now he played another trap. So I don't think that I have anything. I already played the Voodoo Doctor, so it looks like this guy's gonna die. A little bit unfortunate, but not much you can do about that. And he also gets to get rid of the Divine Shield on my guy. Pretty good play for him, but it happens. So we're gonna do that. Maybe a little of that, and I think I'm gonna hold on to the other 2 cards. Obviously, I'm not gonna kill command until I play the Owl, and I don't want to, because right now I don't have any beasts. So looks like he's dead.
The light protects me.
Yeah, 4, 8, 11. Yeah, we got him. Just need to go ahead, drop this to silence that. And then we can do that. And then finishing touches. So, another very, very quick game. Rexxar took control of the board early and never gave it back. I don't know. It was a fun game. So that'll be 2 wins. 2 games in the book. Sounds like a good stopping point. Thank you guys for watching. Hope you all enjoyed. And I'll see you in the next video. Have a wonderful day. Bye.